For most people, loss of hair comes with low self-esteem and depression even. They opt for creams in a bid to manage the condition, this according to medics. However, trichologist MUSYOKA says the natural and the most effective way to get over hair loss is through hair transplant.
God gave us our best hair at the back, which is below the occipital bone. So we shave it clean, we put in local anesthesia to help push away blood vessels and elevate the skin for easy harvesting, because we use a very tiny punch just to pick up the hair follicles. What we're looking for is not the hair strand. We cut the hair strand very short. What we're looking for is a root which only grows like 2 millimeters into the skin, which is a very superficial procedure. So we harvest that, we punch and punch and punch and get enough of what we need. However, the way we harvest, nobody should ever tell that we reduce the density at the back. Then we come to the area that we want to plant the hair. We call it the recipient site. For instance, assuming is the front hairline, if someone has been braiding their hair and pulled their hair out, then we put local anesthesia there. The patient is fully awake, they are conversing and they can see everything, but they don't feel the pain. Then we create tiny little incisions which are closely packed together, and we come putting in our hair follicles.
MULI says there are many reasons why hair loss occurs and that braiding does not guarantee growth.
We have mechanical, we have genetic forms of hair loss, we have autoimmune conditions, and for instance, hair breakage, which is a very rampant thing, is caused by mechanical activity on the hair. And particularly if you're not taking good care of your hair, you're using the wrong combs to brush your hair, or you're brushing your hair in a rough manner, then your hair will definitely go through strain and end up being broken.
To undergo hair transplant, several tests have to be done. The doctor has to determine the cause of hair loss.
If the form of hair loss you're going through allows us to do hair transplant, then we look at the second phase. Do you have enough donor side? Because only you can donate hair to yourself. We have procedures that will cost you 4,000 shillings. We have procedures that will cost you 300,000 shillings. We have procedures that would cost you 30,000 shillings. So it really depends with what is it that we're doing and what is it that we're fixing. And that's why sometimes you mention and say a hair transplant is this amount of money, but even hair transplant by itself, it's a spectrum, because it's dependent with what is it that we are treating. How big is the area that we're transplanting?
Well, I came to Hair Hub through a recommendation from my salonist. When she noticed it was getting bad, at first we thought it was just from relaxing my hair, so we stopped relaxing my hair. Then when it did not improve after an year, she recommended this place because she was aware of it. And that's when I came here, and I came for consultation, and they said that I actually needed a transplant. It would not be able to grow on its own. So I actually had a transplant done, and so far I'm impressed.
But how can one maintain healthy hair and avoid hair loss?
Avoid reapplying chemical or relaxers on previously relaxed hair, because then that continues to overprocess the hair, weakens it, and leads to damage. And when you do that, make sure that every week you do treatments. You do moisturizing treatments, you do protein treatments to keep your hair healthy. The hairdresser must never leave the relaxer on your hair for too long, because again, that also overprocesses the hair and brings about damage and breakage as well. So it's the same thing even with natural hair. Make sure that you shampoo your hair nicely, treat it with moisture, avoid strenuous hairstyles, and just take good care of your hair.
While a variety treatment options are available, hair loss can neither be cured nor prevented. About 50% of people affected by the condition recover within a year if they begin treatment early, but recurrent episodes of hair loss are likely. SAFI, GODANA, MAMO, Switch TV.